Art is the one place that my nervous system remembers who I am. I'm Ariona Lynn. I'm the artist behind PYure Intentions. I create mixed media art. I like to touch all kinds of mediums, and my art is rooted in transformation, stories that we carry, just becoming. And I just really like to create, safe spaces to explore and experiment. So that's what it's all about. Who am I as an artist? Oh, goodness. That's a loaded question, because I think when I think of myself as an artist, I think of myself as something that is constantly moving, that has constant fluidity, because I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly changing, I'm constantly learning new lessons in this life that we're living and evolving as a person. And as I evolve in my personal journey, I believe that it really sets the tone in my art. And I think that storytelling is really a huge thing. I've been in, theater. I was in theater for 5 years. I've wrote my own play that got recognition in Writer's Digest. And I've done a lot of writing before I even really took art seriously. I just thought it was just like a hobby. I didn't know that I could do so much with it. And as I began to really explore my options and learn more, I learned myself more. I learned that I really couldn't live without art of all different types. I had to be doing something creative or I really would get depressed. So this is just something that is like in me. It's in my veins. It's a part of my identity. It's a part of my DNA. And without it, I just feel like I would wither away. So who am I as an artist? Oh my gosh, I'm energy. That's what I am. I'm energy. I'm not even an entity, I feel. I'm energy, and I'm constantly moving and grooving, and this is just my set of wheels that you see, but I am just like a living, breathing, transparent, beautiful colored soul when I'm doing art. Like nothing else matters really. That's the best way I can kind of describe. Does that make sense? Oh, what does creating art give me? Oh my gosh. So as I get older, I learn that there's a lot of science behind art. I'm in the process of finishing my psychology degrees, and I really want to really hone in on becoming an art therapist as well as continue being an artist. But needless to say, I say that because to kind of better explain what I feel like art does for me, because there's so much science behind it. Art has been able to really help with coping and just really helping my nervous system. Life happens and you go through a lot of tough times in life and a lot of unforeseen ones. And there's been moments where, pain can be really, really loud. And you have people that come and go out of your life, things happen. And a healthy way that I've been able to cope is actually through my art. And even just, even if it's just letdowns, right? Like you're pursuing life, things in life, and then, it just doesn't go the way that you envisioned it. And that's the beautiful thing about life is, things don't always turn out the way that you wanted to, and then you got to kind of regroup and, things like that. So art has really been a staple in my life in helping me stay grounded, helping me continue to manifest and grow, giving me hope, and just helping me consistently really go inside myself and go through a lot of things that I've been facing in life, instead of just like trying to go around it, and it's just helping me make sense of things. I think I do some of the most deepest inward work when I'm creating, and I think that's just such a beautiful thing. I've cried doing art, and it's just such a beautiful release for me. It's beyond just colors and paint. And the other side of it, the more like technical and like immersive side of art, I really love the way different mediums feel in my hands. I don't know if this is something that other artists go through, but I know for me, I love the way that it feels, all the different textures. I love the way that it feels when I'm painting. It just does something for me. It's almost like how people like to hear white noise, which I'm people. And it just kind of does something for me in that way. But I love the way the textures are. I love the way paint goes. I love the way I'm like discovering its flow. Like every medium has a different flow, and it needs something a little bit different. And I love that about art. I love the experimentation and the discovery. And then I love that it's something where I don't have to like really think about structure and that, oh, it has to be perfect. I love that for myself, that I can really just hone in on becoming and being present, because I feel like a lot of times in life we're not as present as we could be. So art does that for me. It brings me back to present. I'm not too far in the future, and I'm not looking too much behind myself. I'm right with the moment. Okay. So I hope that answers the question. What kind of emotions and stories do I explore in my artwork? That's a really good question. So it really honestly depends. It really honestly depends. Sometimes, like I said, it's things that I'm going through, and I'm really coming out of myself to kind of look deeper into myself, if that makes sense. And I think sometimes that is something that becomes a story, is the actual exploration. It's not always like an answer that I already have. Sometimes it's exploring what the answer could possibly be, and then learning it by the time the piece is finished. And sometimes it's just the beginning of setting the seed of answering or asking the question, and a series of discovering, So, but my stories are a multitude of stories. Sometimes it's, a feeling that I'm feeling, and I think that it would be easier to make like a sci-fi fantasy-ish story to kind of get that feeling across, My art is very intentional. It always has stories and meanings behind it. And it's just my way of, getting all my thoughts out there that come to me when I'm just in this calm place of presence within myself. And it's a really hard, it's a hard question, because I can't say that like my stories come from this place. There's so many different things that happen in life and that bring up these stories. What does PYure Intentions stand for? That's a really good question, because I realized I didn't really break that down as much as I possibly could have. So when I created PYure Intentions, me putting the Y in pure was very intentional. Get it? PYure Intentions, intentional. But it was very intentional because the Y stood for you, essentially, your stories, your way of seeing things, your becoming, and your place of peace. And I feel like that's a very pure place when you're in, like, you know, your energy. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. And I thought that PYure Intentions would be essentially a big hub for people to safely become, safely explore, safely tell their stories, and be a part of even mine. So, you know, it's basically the blanket for kind of a lot of different tiers, but being an artist is my main tier, of course. I really like this question. It says, why does representation matter in my art? So, representation matters in my art because, I mean, look at me, I'm a Black woman. I'm a Black woman. And growing up, seeing someone that looks like me was something that I really looked for a lot. Like seeing, you know, people become successful, seeing somebody succeed in the things that I was interested in. A lot of times they didn't look like me. And where I live, it's one of the places in my country that is one of the higher tiers in not being as an inclusive as it should be. And growing up in an environment like that, wow, I really wanted to see what it would be like for someone to succeed that looks like me, make a way, and what would that look like, and what did they do, and how did they do it? So being inclusive, it really matters to me. And like I said, like, it's nothing against anyone else and what they look like, and like, I think that's beautiful. I just think that there's a lot of representation of that and a lot less representation of someone like me. I'm a Black woman, 4C hair, you know, so it really means a lot to me to be able to see women that look like me be able to make it, be able to be interested in the things that I am, and then see how they navigate things, because it's not always easy to navigate anything, really, being my color, but really having that state of mind that anything is possible, even when you might get roadblocks, not because your art isn't good, but simply because I look this way. And I have had them. And also, I think that as I pursue what means a lot to me, and I do it relentlessly, I think it's important for somebody that looks like me, that is having the same thoughts as I have had and do have from time to time still, I think it's so important for them to see somebody like me. I think it's important for them to be like, hey, that I can do it too. You know, that I have had some roadblocks, because you're gonna have them when you look like me. You're gonna have them. And I've had them and I'm having them. But it doesn't stop me from being able to keep going. And I want other artists that do look like me to know that, hey, you got this. And it's in you. Because I believe that art kind of chooses you. I don't think you necessarily always choose it. I think it really chooses you, because I always used to say to myself, like, I love art, it's great, but couldn't I just be somebody that was an art, like a math genius, I mean, because then I would feel like I would be rich by now. I always said that was like the best thing to be rich. If you were like extremely good at math and super brainy, then you would be rich. And I always kind of felt that way. But anyways, that's here nor there. But like, I think art chooses you, and it's up to us whether we decide to answer the call. And for me, not answering the call was really depleting. It was depleting for me in every single way. And if art has chosen you and you have to answer this call because life is depleting you without it, the journey is gonna be a journey. And then it's gonna be even more of a journey if you look like this, you know? So I want other people to know that are in the same boat as me. Keep going. Keep being relentless. Keep being, what they say, delusional, because you have to have a sense of delusion to keep moving forward, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to stop rent being due. It's not going to stop people from not wanting to deal with certain things in parts of you, or not trying to let you in certain rooms because you're looking like this. And it doesn't have anything to do with your talent, or you don't have to be like this perfect artist and you get into that. Don't let them get into your head like that. You just keep going, keep trying, keep moving forward, and it'll all pay off. And it's for you. It is for you, and it is for people that are on the same path as you. You're a part of that whole process. We're all connected. So somebody needs what you got. And sometimes that kind of helps me too, is knowing that it's not just about me. Somebody needs what I got. Somebody needs what I'm putting out there. Someone needs that. Another little girl that looks like me needs this. So, you know, yeah, like, yeah. So what can people expect from my channel, my future collections, and my website? So when you look at my art, you're gonna be able to see all kinds of things, whether it's my stories and connected to my art, whether it's my collector's letters, whether it's my process, whether it's how I'm experimenting, whether it's a different journey that I'm going through, and you know what that looks like for me as a Black artist. You're going to be able to see all of those things in my website, my content, and my art. And you're going to see representation of Black women, because you know, I am a Black woman, and I really wanted to hone in on seeing someone that looks like me. I wanted to give that to my inner child. One that has 4C hair like me, and really give a representation of beauty behind that and tell a story. Now, I tell all kinds of stories with all different types of Black women in different shades and different textures and everything, but I definitely wanted to include representing a woman that looks like myself and give back in areas that I feel like I didn't always see a lot of representation. So you'll be able to see that in my art. You'll be able to continue to see that as I put more things out. And like I said, everything that I do has a story behind it. And if there's one off that doesn't, it's literally probably one or two off. Like, everything that I do has a story behind it. So you can look forward to that. And look forward to, like I said, my collector's letters and continually seeing me grow as artist, because I'm not letting up. I love this. Okay, so I really want to be intentional with this, because the question is, how can people follow along and collect my art? So, on my website, www.PYureintentions.com. Subscribe. Like I said, you're going to have the collector's letters, but you still will get information, and you will be the first to get that information, which is a good thing, because when people want certain items of mine, you guys automatically get first dibs. So there's that. Also, if you want to collect my art, that is where it will be. In my gallery, portfolio-ish. You'll be able to look on there, see a piece that you want, put it in your cart, and thank you, and it'll be yours. It'll be wherever you put it in your beautiful, humble abode. Another way to continuously follow my journey and to see my actual content is on my YouTube, where it's PYure Intentions by Ariona Lynn, or my Instagram, which is the same name. So you'll be able to follow me on both of those, unless you're a Threads person, which is the same name as well. Okay, so that's where you guys will be able to follow along my journey. If you have a TikTok, I also have PYure Intentions by Ariona Lynn there too. But mainly, I suggest you go to my YouTube, because that's where I post the meat and potatoes of my videos, and my website is where you'll be able to collect my actual pieces. Okay, www.PYure with a Y, PYURE, intentions.com. I didn't want to give a generic biography about myself. I really thought that it was like one of those things where creating a video would be best, because I mean, I've written some things or whatever, but I really wanted to talk to you guys. I felt like it was just better to let you into my world a little bit. So, yeah. All right, guys, get the hell out of here. Bye.